Okay, the first part of this video, and this is going to be a little bit of Moroccan food, and it's going to be a two-part video because there's two parts to this. Both very easy, but what I'm finding is that as the ingredients stay inexpensive, the techniques that we have to use to produce them are run past like the 15-minute mark and stuff like that. But you know, it's no big deal. A lot of the things I did were really quick, but just, you know, if you're going to make something with an accompaniment, well, generally those two things are going to take their own little bit of time. So, what are we going to do? Moroccan, another great cuisine. We're going to do a tagine of lamb kefta, and we're going to do it with some caramelized onions and prunes and peppers. So it's going to be sweet, spicy, indicative of Moroccan cuisine, which is a really, really diverse cuisine. Being in North Africa, it's very along a lot of routes for different cultures that cross, and they left their traditions there. And you know, it's been really heavily influenced by the Berbers and the Moors and the Mediterranean and the Arabs, and it's become a very spice-based cuisine. They use a lot of spices, as opposed to the if you know go across the ocean up north. It's more of an herb-based cuisine. Now, this cuisine also uses a lot of dried fruits, citrus, olive oil, olives, and spices that are really assertive. You know, saffron, cumin, chilies, coriander, those sort of things, cinnamon. And what I really like about Moroccan food is a really cool blending of sweet and spicy and savory, and it's really, really good. Bad Moroccan is really, really bad. So, we're going to serve that over some saffron and chickpea couscous, which I'm going to show you how to do first, okay? So, couscous, what the fuck is it? It's not a grain. It doesn't come from a couscous plant. What it is, it's basically a pasta for all intents and purposes. It's semolina, and what they do is take the semolina and they sprinkle it with water, and this is how they do it traditionally. How they do it in modern factories, I have no idea, honestly. What they do is they sprinkle the semolina with water, and they get underpaid Moroccan women and men to do this, and it just kind of breaks it up. So in theory, what's happening is this. And they sprinkle it with dry flour as they're doing it to keep the grains separate, and then it just falls through a sieve, and then they just keep doing that until payday comes, and then they get their 13 cents for the year. Anyway, what we've done, we've taken a box of extortionary Near East couscous, dumped it into our pan, and this is instant couscous. It's really the only kind that you're going to find in a store, and basically, I like it because it's faster. You end up with a great product, and it's just easier to deal with than a long-term steaming, fluffing and steaming and fluffing and steaming of a very traditional handmade couscous. So it's into our bowl. What are we going to do? We're going to take this thing, because you've been very bad. We're going to grate in a little lemon zest. Okay? Okay. In case you wonder why I keep doing that, it's because I used to have a wait person that would say that, and it's stuck in my head forever. Okay. Onion. Couscous is a Berber origin. I really happen to love it. And you can get it in whole wheat couscous too, which is really, really good. And there's another great dish called the Sultan's Mustache, which was named that because of the sultans of Brunei and places like that that used to make couscous. And what they would do, they put in nuts and dried fruits and little bits of ground meat and spices and olive oil, and they would eat it with their hands throughout the day, and it just get all caught in their beards, you know. They kind of look like, sort of like Billy Gibbons after a bender. What we're going to do, we're going to take this onion, we're going to dice it thin. Dice it fine. And this goes really quick. both the tagine itself, which we'll get to in the next vidi, so you can vidi well, little brother, vidi well. Onion into our pan with the couscous. Kind of mix it around a little. Then, this is chicken stock that I put a pinch of the saffron in. Remember, I found that saffron in my cupboard. I don't know how old it is, but you know what? Who cares? It's still good. Now here's how you do it. You put your couscous in a bowl. You take whatever liquid you're using, and here's some cool other tricks you can do. I'll do this first, and then I'll tell you. I'll cut you into a little chef trick that we do sometimes. This has been brought up to a boil, and we just pour it over. And what you do is pour in just enough so that you can barely see a layer across the top, okay? Shake it around a little, then disappear out of the screen. Cover it with either a tight-fitting lid or plastic wrap, and just set it somewhere out of the way. Get rid of your pan. Now, something else you can do with couscous. And they also sell an Israeli couscous, which is a very big grain. It's about the size of a BB, about 3/16 or so. And for either one of those, certain cool things you can do, like you can cook either one in a particular fruit or vegetable juice. Like, say you want to make a nice carrot-flavored couscous. Cook it in carrot juice. You cook it in beet juice, you can have this really vibrant, purple-red, badass-looking couscous. You can do that with a lot of different fruit juices. You can use orange juice. You can add honey in orange juice and make a little couscous cake. You know, fold in some fruits, press it into a springform mold, and then let it sit for a couple hours. Make a syrup of orange juice, honey, little lemon. You can put some butter in it if you like. And a little pinch of saffron is always kind of trippy in that because I like the counter of savory spices in desserts. Chilies and saffron and things you wouldn't expect. But anyway, those are some funny things and fun things you can do with couscous. Now, how long did that sit? It probably seems with me talking, it was maybe like a day and a half. It wasn't. It was only like about 4 minutes. And that's what you end up with. See? Now, come on. Play games with me. Busy man. You can see it's kind of stuck together in the bottom. What you do is just kind of take it and break it up with your hands. Take a fork, kind of fluff it up a little. Fluff it up, fluff it up. Then, the last thing I'm going to do for this is add some chickpeas and regular curly parsley that we're just going to chop up. And we'll dress it with just a little bit of lemon juice and a little bit of oil. Maybe. I might show you something else. Debating how much I want to make you privy to. How about those brains, huh? Scary stuff. They were good. I'm fat. And I'm starting to feel really fat. And it's all because of you all's fault. So we'll start doing some more healthy stuff later. We'll put the parsley in with the couscous. Take a little lemon. Squeeze it over. A little bit of salt. A little bit of oil. I normally use olive oil, but I ran out and it's too expensive for me to buy. And that's it. You know? That's your saffron and chickpea couscous, and it doesn't get any faster or easier than that unless you go to the salad bar or Wendy's. I'm a KFC man myself. Gross, isn't it? Or Chick-fil-A, which to me, I love Chick-fil-A's, man. I like the way those nasty pre-processed breaded chicken patties steam in the foil bag with the pickles on them. Love it. Okay, so you know what? The hell with it. Remember that? The sambal. Now, why are we using sambal? It's Asian. It is. It is Asian. But the Moroccans have what they call a harissa. And a harissa is very, very similar to a sambal. Chilies, garlic, vinegar, salt, spices. So sometimes I will find myself subbing sambal for it. And what I'll do is take the sambal, and add a little bit of lemon, a little bit of toasted coriander, and toasted cumin seed to it. And you can pretty much fake it, man. And after all, isn't everything in life about faking it? That's what my girlfriend used to say. I showed her, though. I said, oh, yeah? Just so you know, I fake it. That's it. That's your couscous. We're going to set that aside, and I'm going to come back at you with the kefta tagine later.